Alright, welcome back to Super Sly 75 Movie Reviews. Movie reviews with a twist. Today we're going to talk briefly about Skyscraper, and I say briefly because this movie is only worth a brief summary or review. Two words, two key phrases I would tell you before you go see this movie is pull-ups and duct tape. There's an awfully lot of mentions of duct tape, preferably when he gets stabbed in the shoulder. The main character, Dwayne Johnson's character, gets stabbed in the shoulder. He pulls out this metal shrapnel and then basically tapes himself up with duct tape. And then the second scene when he has to crawl over to the side of the building to get behind the turbines to access the subroutine panel to unlock Chow's security doors. So he had to use duct tape to kind of be able to stick to the windows and whatever, whatnot. Pull-ups, important because this guy here in stunts, a lot of upper body work, a lot. It would make American Ninja contestants cringe at the amount of pull-ups and weight hit added upper body strength required in some of these stunts. So let's get to it. Dwayne Johnson's character gets loses his leg in a hostage attempt early on in the movie. Him and a partner of his, they both are injured, whatever. And then so Dwayne Johnson's character goes on to be a security analyst, and at the behest of his friend who recommended him to oversee or inspect the world's tallest building, built by a guy named Chow. Early on, Dwayne Johnson's friend betrays The Rock, and because he's in cahoots with an extortionist terrorist who used to be partnered with Chow, the owner of the Sphere building. So he gets killed. He tells The Rock, "Hey, you gotta run, whatever." So the bad guys, a la Die Hard, are not just mercenaries, but they're thieves. At the end of the day, they're all of this setting the building on fire to smoke out everybody, to flush out Chow, was basically to get Chow's hard drive. Chow had implemented a tracking software on his money laundering for the bad guys, and it, because of the tracking software, would expose all the bad guys who's funneled money from Chow through his partner, his ex-partner, and that's what the bad guys are pretty much after, is a thumb drive or a hard drive with information, the tracking device on it, tracking software for money laundering. Okay, it's just a B version of Die Hard, basically, and I figured they used the aspect of him being a paraplegic or a semi-pelagic, or an amputee rather, an amputee, as to, you know, humanize the character a little bit more and make his mission even more that more impossible. Kind of funny that in Die Hard, Bruce Willis, the character, had a cut on his foot from glass, and then subsequently Dwayne Johnson here is an amputee. Pretty good stunts. I can see why this movie stumbled at the box office. I firmly believe that The Rock is clearly oversaturated. It's too much of The Rock. People are getting along on the tooth with The Rock. It's just too much right now. Too much overexposure. The Rock needs to go sit down for about a year or two. Seriously. He has another movie coming out called Red Line with Gal Gadot, I believe next year. And then the Fast and Furious spin-offs. It's too much Rock. And I understand he wants to get his paychecks now and get his money. But this movie, I think, is the start or a signal that people are a little bit tired of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Skyscraper is an okay movie, matinee, clearly. He saves it, he goes miraculously. The crane scene when he jumps off the crane into the building. You know what? Just go see it on a matinee or Fire Stick it, to be honest with you. It's really not worth spending $10, $15 for a night show to see this. The whole time I'm thinking just another Die Hard movie, basically, with a different character. That's pretty much it. There's nothing to write home about with this particular movie. The bad guy who played Boris, or I forget his name, he was interesting, but that's about it. The technology show displayed with the sphere, with the different mirror effects, where you can mimic any type of environment, that was pretty cool. That was an odd little twist. That took me back. That reminded me of Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon with the mirror scenes where you don't know what image is real. That's a direct ripoff of that particular Bruce Lee movie, Enter the Dragon. So when you see the scene, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Other than that, nothing to write home about. This movie is just So once again, that's Super Slot 75 movie reviews with a twist. You guys have a good night. Peace.